First of all, we're going to start out with our smaller horsepower mufflers. This one is actually for a 23. This is brand new. This is the first time we've ever shown it to anybody. I don't even know what I'm calling it yet, but it's a crossover style muffler for the small block vanguards, the 21s and up, 21s and 23s. It's got some of the same features that our other ones have. It's got slip fittings that are held in place with springs. So it's basically vibration isolation. If you've got a motor that vibrates a little bit, this isolates it, so you're not going to have cracked flanges and other parts. This is a big improvement from the ones that we've had in the past. Our old mufflers and even the stock ones were 15 pounds plus. This thing is 4 pounds. So you're not going to have all that weight hanging off the back of your motor to crack, and just lighter weight's better, especially with these smaller motors and smaller boats. This one also has removable baffles that just slide into these pipes, and you just hold them in with screws. It's just kind of a decibel killer. So you can choose to run it with or without them. Obviously, you're going to get a little bit more horsepower without them, and it's going to be a little bit quieter with them. So again, this is our brand new muffler for the 23 horse. The next one I'm going to go over is the Q muffler for the 25 and 27 horse Kohler. It's tried and true Q muffler. It's just a little tiny bit louder than stock. It's a lot deeper tone, nice rumble, all stainless. It's got a heat shield. This is going to add about 2 horsepower or so to your 25 or 27 Kohler. This is a good stepping stone for some of our other parts that we offer, the heads and the cams, and it's goes along nice with those parts. With these smaller motors, 2 horsepower doesn't sound like a lot, but that's that's 10%. So that's a big jump when you're talking about small horsepower to begin with.
Those don't fit the EFI motors, correct?
They don't fit the EFIs. I'm not 100% sure if they. I know they won't fit the older EFIs, but they've just come out with a 26.5, and I'm not 100% sure if they'll fit or not. So we'll check that out and get back with you. All right, moving on to big blocks. We're talking about 29 horse Vanguard and up. So 29, 31, 35, 37, and then all of Mud Buddy's models, the 44, 45, 45 mag, all the way up to 7,000, 55, all the fuel injected models. These mufflers are going to fit all big block Vanguards. The first is just the stock stainless muffler. We carry these as replacements and then also as an upgrade because earlier on they weren't coming in stainless. It was just a painted steel muffler that with any kind of moisture was going to start to rust. This one's all stainless, so you're not going to have to worry about those rusting issues. You've got an older one, you like the sound, horsepower's fine. You don't want to spend the money on an aftermarket one. We've got these stock stainless that you can replace it with. Q mufflers. This is our bread and butter. We've been selling these for over 10 years. They've come, through several revisions and design improvements. It's all stainless again. They're the quietest performance muffler that we carry and that's on the market. They're going to give you somewhere around a 2.5 horse increase depending on what your motor build is. So a good average is about 2.5 horsepower over stock. These have a black chrome finish. They've got these flex pipes. This is important because these motors are obviously prone to vibration. With all this weight hanging off the back, it's going to reverberate somewhere, and these mufflers usually take the brunt of it. So we separate the flanges from the rest of the muffler with these flex fittings, and we haven't had a single failure since we've gone to this new design. They've got a side exit, So it comes back and goes to the side, so it kind of directs the noise away from the driver. Again, it's the quietest performance muffler on the market. We've also got the exact same muffler for the vertical Pro Drive, Sport Vs. These are going to go on a vertical engine. The exhaust port kind of goes out towards the water. Same flex pipes and the same black chrome finish. Something kind of cool about this black chrome is the first couple hours you put on it, it turns all sorts of crazy colors, yellow and green and blue. It's pretty cool, but eventually it's going to be just a nice tan color after you've got, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 hours on it. It's just going to kind of turn tan. It's all stainless. It's not going to rust. Lastly is our rapid muffler. We've had this out for a bit over a year now. This is our highest horsepower, high flow muffler. You're going to get in the range of about 4.5 horsepower over stock with this muffler. And again, that depends on what your motor build is. That might be a little bit different if you've got a 29 compared to a 7,000. The increase is going to be slightly different, but around 4.5 horse. This has got the same spring and slip fittings that I talked about before. It's vibration isolation. We haven't had a single failure we haven't had one of these crack at all, period. Usually you see these flanges right here crack or somewhere in the middle of the pipe, but we haven't had a single failure because of this slip fitting with the springs. This muffler also has a baffle. The original ones had a removable baffle. We've done away with that. We found that they're just too dang loud. We sell parts for hunters and we want to be as quiet as we can. So we almost lost no horsepower by keeping the baffle in. It's a lot more tolerable. It's a real deep sound. It kind of sounds like a Harley Davidson. It's got the carbon fiber tip, and then the bracket is going to actually bolt to your cylinder heads instead of your crankcase cover like some of the other models. That is important because Briggs has kind of a inherent issue with crankcase covers leaking and cracking. If we take the muffler completely away from the crankcase cover and put it on the head, rubber mounted, then that completely eliminates that potential issue. Again, this is the rapid muffler. You can check out all these mufflers on our website, backwaterperformance.com, or with any one of our dealers across the country.